Where is Scott Lang?
I've been trying to tell you, he's in a tricky spot, emotionally speaking.
Emotionally speaking? Well, where is Scott Lang? Literally speaking!
Oh, the woods.
The woods?
I want to something.
Oh, there is something you can.
Damn it.
Yeah! Don't do this was fun!
It's out the season.
Let's finish this.
I mean to kill your friend. I don't want to hurt people that don't matter.
You don't think Lamar's life mattered?
Not to my fight.
He tried it.
Hey guys, your man Shockland27 here, and I just got back from my screening of the Thunderbolts, and I gotta say, it was a really great movie. Great action, great characterization, very relatable characters. The Sentry / Void, he was a great villain. Everyone's really good. The film did a great job of actually redeeming some of the characters who I found to be really annoying in the previous movies, which is saying a lot because these guys came from projects that were either very mediocre or just very bad. The film is pretty much a very huge redemption arc for Marvel. It also has like very great action, way better than Captain America Brave New World, and overall the film has a really great tone, style that makes it worth watching in the cinema. I give the film like an 8 out of 10. So yeah, that's my non-spoilers right there, so the whole review now is just going to be nothing but spoilers, so alright, but if you're enjoying the video so far, please remember to give it a like, comment, sub, as the majority of the people watching my videos aren't really subbed to my channel. So it'll be great to get the support from you guys. I love talking with people, so please don't hesitate on commenting if you want to share your thoughts on the movie and all that jazz. So okay, let's get this started. Well, that opening skit I just provided gives some more context as to what I want to say. In that, yeah, the film is about failures coming together to work together to stop a big threat. And the big threat is actually a very unique one in the sense that it focuses on the Sentry / the Void, who surprisingly enough actually is a dude who has suffering from a lot of mental illness and problems. Like, the guy's severely depressed, he's a loner. He had an extremely horrific backstory of being abused as a kid and taking substances and all that, and now he became a victim of being manipulated by this Vanessa chick, whatever, not Vanessa, Valentine chick, and now he's pretty much got turned and drugs to become this superpowered god figure essentially, which worked surprisingly. And so he became the Sentry, who has this really terrifying power of just turning people to pitch black voids, and literally has the powers of Superman and all that cool shit. And literally the powers can literally make people just relive the worst experiences they've ever had in their life over. And the fact the film showcases it in all its horrific glory is absolutely amazing. Like, the visuals of the guy just turning into a completely black figure with the white dot eyes, where it's not really exaggerated, it's just barely noticeable, has a very eerie and kind of intense atmosphere, which I didn't expect out of an MCU film like this. Like, the film is pretty mature with its writing and styling, which is crazy because the film has a lot of humor and jokes and all that stuff. Yeah, it doesn't feel out of place at all, maybe except for one or two moments, but for the most part, not really. So yeah, Sentry, I'm going to talk more about him later. So okay, let's talk about the rest of the characters. The first thing I have to talk about is Task Manager. What am I supposed to say? The way they killed that bitch was absolutely satisfying. Like, I literally thought that she would be the group throughout the film, where she will be the first to get killed by the void powers or whatever, but no, instead she just gets a simple bullet to the head and that's it. In the most anticlimactic way possible, because she was like getting her ass whooped and also throwing hands with a lot of people. Yeah, she just gets immediately bounced by Ghost and that's it. And I'm just like, okay, I guess that's how Marvel treats a character that people like me who absolutely love Taskmaster, you get some gratification, like some cathartism from watching. Because yeah, that whole death scene really cathartic, because I'm like, she doesn't deserve a satisfying death. She's such a waste of a character that I cannot wait for the future for them to potentially bring back the real Taskmaster to the MCU. Well, anyway, you got the Ghost, who honestly, she's not remarkable at all. I mean, her power set is pretty cool, but just like in Ant-Man the Wasp, she was pretty boring. This film, she's one of the more boring ones, and she's also the one who's very critical towards my man John Walker, who I will not accept. Because honestly, she's so uninteresting. He's probably the least interesting member of the group. Then you got the Red Guardian, who's actually a huge highlight of this film because he brought a lot of levity and heart to the film. Because at first, he was very annoying and stupid in Black Widow. He was incompetent, he was like, whatever, he did not care. He did not have the chance to kick ass except for that one part where he threw, I guess, a shield at one guy who was in front of the plane, and that's it. And I was like, that's it. But he was great. He was actually funny. His dad jokes and all that stuff really wholesome. It literally warmed my heart whenever he's on screen. David Harbour is absolutely amazing as Red Guardian. He's honestly a really great comedic relief. He's probably one of the better MCU comedic relief characters because he feels so relatable. He feels so likable. You can't hate the guy. And then you got Lena, who I said in the non-spoiler part of reviews that she's really good in the movie. Like, honestly, I didn't really like her in Black Widow as well. She felt very condescending and annoying in that movie. Very up her own ass. Like, I'm so, like, a girl boss type, whatever. Then in Hawkeye, she was like, whatever, I did not care. Honestly, that show sucked. But in this film, she was, honest to God, very amazing. Her performance felt so real, so relatable. That opening scene where she was just doing her job, just casually eating herself off a cliff. A building, to go around stealing some clothes, and then just seeing that one take scene of her just beating a bunch of guys up in the hallways, showcasing her widow powers in the most like mundane, whatever, and almost depressing tone ever, which is meant to highlight how she feels very lost and like forgotten in life, which is a very depressing topic that the film handles really well. And all that, and also fun fact, that scene is meant to foreshadow the way the Void's able to just shadow people to death, essentially, with his Void powers. So that was also a really great scene as well. She also had very good charisma. She was very funny. I love her design in this movie, by the way. I think her having blonde hair and having a bit more of a shakier appearance makes her look a lot more badass and cool than she did in any other film she's appeared in. In fact, she looks way more cooler than like Black Widow did in those Avengers movies. Like, I watched Avengers 1 before this film and I was like, man, that film kind of feels dated, because watching this film feels so much more, the team feels more awesome than the Avengers, in my opinion. I like these guys. So yeah, she's great. I like how in the ending she really did help Bob and encouraging the team to just comfort the dude who was at his absolute worst moments in life, which is meant to showcase the importance of the support systems that are very much needed in our society, because so many people are dealing with depression, mental health issues. People feel isolated and alone. We just need a hug. Like, just give me a stranger, or at least a person, a hug can actually help brighten their mood. That's what the film did so brilliantly in that moment. And the fact that she was the first one to do it says a lot about her character, because it almost feels like her trying to forgive herself for her past wrongs and all that. She was absolutely a brilliantly written character, and I am so excited to see her in the future in the MCU, because this film did the impossible of making me like her, which says everything about how great this film's writing is. It's honest to God impressive how this film redeemed even the most unlikable characters. And then last but not least, you got my man John Walker. He's literally my favorite MCU character. And after watching this film, I'm kind of like, man, I'm mixed, man. Like, one hand, the way he fights in this film, absolutely vicious. Like the opening scene where he just casually like throws Felina around the room and shit was absolutely insane. It was awesome. His fight scenes, he wasn't treated like a joke at all. Like, in fact, the only times he wasn't treated like a joke was when he was fighting, because when he fights, he does not fuck around. Like, that guy just not care. He does not discriminate. He just throws people around. He drags people's faces through the entire like van car wall. He just throws them. He just literally, the first scene when he comes in, he literally just casually shoots at Valena like that. He does not care. He just starts shooting. He literally woke up one morning and decided to choose violence in that scene. I was like, yeah, that is the John Walker I know and love, man. He is so cool. But when it comes to the writing for him, he's pretty much just a stereotypical jock, asshole character. Like, I noticed, like, yeah, he is a bit of a dick in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? Because the super serum actually enhances a person's personality traits, so Steve is already like an angel before the super serum, so he became even more righteous. John Walker, he literally is a guy who came from like two of the most controversial wars in US history, which is the Afghan-Iraq war, man. It's like, dude, So as a result, the guy is a lot more paranoid, a lot more like less sure of himself. The war is so controversial with the public and everything that his morals is a lot more mixture and complex than somebody like Steve Rogers, who came from a war that's, honest to God, one of the more black and white conflicts in human history. While John came from one of the most controversial and messed up wars in the history of the country. So of course he's a lot more on edge, but in that show did a great job of humanizing John and showcasing how the guy is a dude who has a way too much pressure put on him, because he literally was just a guy who had like lots of awards and stuff put to his resume because he was really that good of a soldier who deeply cared for his soldier and men and helped to really protect his country. Then he was forced on to become the mascot for America, essentially by being Captain America. He went around doing his job as told. Well, of course, one incident where his friend Lamar gets absolutely murdered by the terrorists, the Flash Smashers, which for some reason the film's trying to paint that they're not, by making that one ghost chick suddenly say that, yeah, you mean like that time where you murdered that one innocent dude? And he was like, he did not clap back at all. Like, that guy he murdered was not innocent. And I understand why, because she pretty much was just watching like fake news, so I guess it makes sense as to why she suddenly said that with so much confidence. Same with Elena, like they were both agreeing. But I was like, why couldn't he have just clarified that that guy was a fleeing terrorist who threw something at him and he killed his homie in the line of work? I mean, he shouldn't have murdered the guy, 100% get it. That's not what something Steve would do, but I feel like his death was justifiable because that guy only got killed because he literally he literally was like an accomplice to murder his friend in cold blood. But yeah, he shouldn't have killed him. But even so, then you got that one moment after the show, he was getting chased around by Sam and Bucky. Instead of actually helping the guy and taking him to rehab or something, they literally decided to start acting hostile and start beating the shit out of this one PTSD driven soldier who's pretty much going through a manic episode at the moment, which is absolutely crazy. Then they broke his arm and left him there to suffer and be discharged and all that shit. And the worst part is that these are guys who are advocates for therapy and all that shit. So why would you leave some war struck dude to suffer like that? Why not help him? It's funny because in this film is about the importance of having a strong support system, you know? So it's quite funny to see that the new Captain America just abandoned one soldier in his own battle. So he pretty much is just left to rot. It's absolutely crazy. And for some reason this film, as I said, he's pretty much the joke of the team. Even though Red Guardian's there, I argue that John Walker is a bit more the loser of the team than Red Guardian, which is absolutely nuts. Because he's the one who's just being absolutely confrontational, unnecessarily rude. He's such an asshole for no reason. He doesn't have any nuances he had in like Falcon the Winter Soldier. He pretty much just gave up on his wife and child because of the amounts of shame he felt of being discharged as the Captain America because of that one scandal. Which I mean, I get why, because the super serum behind this is his emotions, but even so, still felt pretty wrong to see John Walker getting screwed over this badly. He's like, dude, we don't even see the guy make amends with his wife or child at all. It's like, no, in the end of the film, he's still pretty much by himself like a loser. It's almost played like a joke, especially that whole gag with the whole taco shield or something, where he got his shield bent by the Sentry, so now they're making it seem like, oh, so proud that he fought the Sentry and kind of won out of it. It's like, come on, kind of making him kind of a clown. I'm not a fan of it because he's such a cool concept of character. Like the whole, let's take a real world soldier and turn him into a Captain America, see what happens. He comes across as very grounded, relatable. He's really cool. The way he says Morgan Dawn will never get old. The guy is just an extremely charismatic and cool dude. In fact, even though he's kind of a joke in this film, he has way more charisma than Sam did in the entirety of Captain America Brave New World, because that film absolutely sucked. And Sam, yeah, he had charisma, but he was just not that interesting, and the cast in that film was absolutely dreadful. So yeah, that's probably the worst thing about the film, is the way John Walker is treated like complete crap. Yeah, then you got that Valentine chick. She kind of sucks. I don't like her. She's very annoying in the sense of like she's trying hard to be like really hipsterish and cool and quirky, and it's like, no, you're just cringe. I don't like her. But it was funny seeing her getting choked by the Sentry, then also see her traumatic childhood where you see her father get shot in front of her. That was funny. And what else? Yeah, you got Bucky Barnes. he was there in the film. He's probably the weakest part of the film because it's like, I mean, you got the backstory from him from like multiple MCU projects already, so there isn't that much you can do with him, and that's totally okay, except for that one awesome scene where it was 100% a homage to the Terminator, where he just comes in with the motorbike and has the shades on with the shotgun. Like, that was a really cool moment for him, one of the best Winter Soldier moments, alongside that moment with him just holding Rocket Raccoon and spinning him around like a hurricane. That was really cool, and the action was really good. Like, that scene where Taskmaster was getting handled was really awesome. That was probably the best action scene in the whole film, and that's kind of the bad thing because that's like the very beginning of the movie. But honestly, it wasn't that bad overall. I was actually shocked at how small in scale the film was in terms of its action. I mean, it's this team up ensemble film, yet it feels kind of contained though. It's even set in New York, yet it feels very contained. But yeah, that was like really cool about it. But oh yeah, the Sentry fight scene was also the second best because it just showcases how, like, what will it be like if you were to see like a Superman-esque character like the Sentry go against a bunch of mortals. You just see like the beginning in the fight where you just see the Sentry dodging and trying to make an effort to avoid because he doesn't really know how powerful or vulnerable he is, right? But then later as the fight goes on, he just stops moving and stops putting much effort because he's just realized, what am I doing? I'm literally God to these people. And there's this brilliant explanation as to why he doesn't kill them, is because he's pretty much pulling a Battle Beast from Invincible, where he pretty much is like, well, these guys aren't really worth it though. They literally are a waste of my time, bro. They literally are that weak. I want to fight worthy prey. So of course Valentine gets pissed off and he was about to like choke her out, and it's like, damn, he just got like betrayed by her, so he got turned himself into the Void, which was one of the most like hardest intros for an MCU villain ever. Like, man, the Void is generally really unnerving. Like, something out of a horror film was so cool. Like, his whole design is something straight out of a comic book panel. So awesome, bro. Like, the way they achieved his effects was so amazingly perfect. It did not look out of place or weird. It was like, honest to God, really top tier shit. It was cinema. And yeah, the ending pretty much has Valentine managed to do a 4D test move and decide to just reveal the new Avengers after the wreckage, which felt very contrived because, okay, all those press were there after they experienced like severe PTSD for like 10 minutes straight or something, and yeah, they just got turned into new Avengers. But I did like that moment where Vanilla pretty much was like, we own you now. She had this face of like, God, like she literally had the face of a person who's absolutely knows they're screwed. Like, that was really funny. But yeah, the film also ends with just chilling around, being the new Avengers and all that. It definitely was shot with the Russo brothers in hand, so they all looked much older and different. And the Bob guy, he pretty much like has a beard or something, so that was kind of jarring. But besides that, they saw this ship, it showed the Fantastic Four coming down, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. So I guess this film just spoiled the ending of Fantastic Four, the first new steps or whatever. I was like, okay. I mean, I'm still not that excited for that movie. People are saying they're excited for the future. I'm like, I mean, I'm mildly intrigued, but it's weird how I can say I love a film like this so much, but then I'm also like, I'm not that excited for the future in MCU, because the MCU so far has been such a mess in like ideas and scope and what they want to do. It's like, they're already going to do like Avengers in like their second movie or something of their new phase. Like, apparently the next phase is going to be the Fantastic Four. This is the final one. I had no idea, because the MCU honestly is such a mess with it being in the Disney Plus with the movie shit. I'm just like, apparently is this meant to be like the fifth phase or something? I'm not sure. I think it is meant to be the fifth phase. I had no idea. I think Wakanda Forever was like the fourth phase's conclusion. This one I had no idea. That film did a really piss poor job of setting up phase 5, because the thing about the MCU, when it came to their original 3 phases, they did an amazing job at capping off which one's the final one and how it's going to hint at the future. Wakanda Forever did none of that shit. This one, I guess it hinted at the whole multiverse thing, and I'm just like, I don't care. Fantastic Four, I'm like, I saw the IMAX intro has the Fantastic Four there because they really hammer home the whole like, oh yes, Fantastic Four is coming, get excited, and I'm just like, I do not care. Well, anyway, this film really is amazing. Really is like the best Marvel film since like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and showcases how much the MCU is still kind of screwed in terms of their leadership, because we still don't know who's the predominant main character or team of the MCU. Like, the Guardians are finished, unfortunately. The new Guardians, they kind of are like a bunch of sidekicks at this point. They're not really that formidable, yes, of opponents to whatever's gonna happen next. Like, they have the sentry, but the guy literally is just has, like, conveniently has some amnesia, so he doesn't really remember all that's about him. So it's like, yeah, I don't know about MCU, man, but I mean, I wish them the best, I guess. I'm still watching the new Fantastic Four, but I guess I'm slightly more intrigued, but whatever. And yeah, I want to talk about this part of the video. I'm just going to talk about how this film kind of speaks to me in a more emotional way, in the sense that if I was to tell you something, I'm actually a very lonely guy. So I know I have friends and all, but so many days where I'm literally just staying in my room thinking about, man, I wish people can show me attention, man, I wish people can just acknowledge me, I just want help, I just want somebody to like hug me, but I can't get that chance. So I just have so many days where I just kind of like sit in my room contemplating what's wrong with me. Like, I really wish I had somebody close to me and all that jazz, you know. My head is a complete mess at the moment. I don't feel mentally strong, I feel weak, I feel constantly stressed out, aggravated. It's like, this is not a way to live, man. So seeing a guy like Bob pretty much be an allegory for loneliness, essentially, like people are saying it's like depression and all that, I'm just feeling loneliness because I feel super lonely. And when I'm seeing this guy on screen, I was like, the guy literally is displaying so many traits of a guy who's super lonely, who just needs like a lot of friends or something, because he clearly doesn't. He has the attributes of a very lonely dude. That made me go, bro, I think this film is an allegory for loneliness, because all the guys are actually very lonely. Like, all of them, every single one of them are very lonely people. So the fact they all came together in the end, hugging each other, is honestly one of the more powerful moments I've seen in a superhero film in a long time. And I'm like, this is why I'm like, superhero films can be amazing. It could be a bunch of comic book nonsense, but then also have very important discussions of real life issues and all that stuff. Like Captain America Brave New World could have been something like this, where it talked about the invasion and privacy and all that from America, like how The Winter Soldier did. But here it's like, but no, in that film they're pretty much like whatever, because of the whole Israel thing and Brave New World lingo. I guess Marvel didn't like that, so they just made super generic and safe. This film made me go, oh, actually felt very attached and emotional when watching this movie, man. It's absolutely amazing. It's peak cinema. So I didn't expect to see that out of a Marvel film, but the ending really did resonate to me as much as I did with the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 ending, with Rocket and the guys dancing to that amazing song. I'm like, damn, this is what Marvel should strive for, instead of whatever the hell Brave New World is and whatever the hell Daredevil Born Again is. That show sucked. Well, anyway, that's my video, guys. If you like it, please give it a like, comment, sub. Pretty long video, I know, but the film really is a great movie. You guys need to watch it as soon as possible, or just wait for Disney Plus. But either way, it's a great film. If you like the video, please give it a like, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.